Yes, it has been, especially for Fun with Food.
Hey, and we had a lot going on today, so I'm pretty beat. But I have enough energy to be here.
She's been going nonstop. I've been going nonstop. What do we do today, Marlena? What do we do?
It was super exciting. I mean, we're still, we don't ever stop working. I think that's the beautiful thing about what we do. However, we're back at the Emundo Boston studio because we have something cooking up. But we also just came back from the Emundo Boston Job Expo, Career Expo.
Yes, the Latino Career Expo.
Latino Career.
I was at the Courtyard Marriott earlier today, and they had the mixer right afterwards. So we literally came right after the mixer, right to the studio to help, broadcast
Mingling,
great content to all the people out there of El Mundo Boston, Performer, Fun with Food, all the good stuff that we do, right?
Hey, I don't know what else can we do. I had like 10 hats that I usually don't wear. Usually have to go as Nouveau Networking because that's just like Nouveau Networking, as a lot of people know that I am as well. But representing Performer, Nouveau Networking, and Mundo Boston, now Fun with Food. We're back at the studio. We were at a job. Obviously, this is where we have Career Expo. If people go to these things, you meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you want a job, you can't say you won't get a job that day.
We were running a photo booth there too tonight, which was really cool. Met a lot of great people. There's going to be a lot of photos posted on social media in the next couple of days from that expo and the job fair earlier too. We had a couple of people, photo booth use there as well.
Yeah, so I was giving my resume.
Yeah.
So I was wearing like 10 hats today.
You never know when you can find a bigger, better deal, right?
You know what I'm saying? And I love meeting people. So this is the thing about us going out representing. But people get to affiliate what we're trying to do, what we've been doing for the last 2 decades, and just being able to go out there and love on our people. And I love how they Emundo Boston does include us. I think collaborating is one thing, but when people want us in the room and they're like, you got to meet these people, I feel the love so much more. I love people like that because they're not just thinking about themselves, they're thinking about other people. And one thing that I do know is that when you're representing another business or you're shouting out another business, it will never, ever shut down your business. It will only make you rise together. So I love representing all my people all in one room. And, obviously we have the product of the photo booth now on site with us. That's something that we're adding to our collection. Because yes, Performer, people know us as making, or producing events, and we love to collaborate. So when people think about us being a part of the room, being a part of what they're doing, I definitely have like 10 business deals after today. I'm super delusional, but at the same time, I love just knowing that people want to know about us. We want to know more about people.
Are you delusional if it actually comes true? Seriously.
That's the thing.
Well, you everything starts, I suppose, with a want or a wish or a fantasy.
Yes, but you got to have a little faith.
You can say you're delusional, but you hustle and you make it reality.
You sure do, and I want to believe that. I want to believe that.
I wouldn't say you're delusional. You're just trying to.
I want to be delusional.
You're making some reality.
If everybody calls me delusional, it's true.
Well, maybe in the beginning.
If the rumors were ever true about Marlena being delusional.
Delusional sounds so negative, though. You're delusional.
It is.
No, because you're not delusional.
It's a negative connotation,
if you wish it into reality.
How I want to see it, whimsical.
Yeah, okay.
Very whimsical, very want to not be a part of the earth.
Well, that's okay. That was today, and tomorrow we'll talk about tomorrow later.
Yeah.
Okay, when we close the show, but we'll save something for later.
Good.
But actually, later this month. It's May, by the way. Okay, that's good. So finally got out of April sucked. Let's be honest. April just was.
No, I feel like they say cold. April showers bring May flowers.
Yeah, I don't
the weather's getting a little better. I get it. My grass is getting greener. I'm watering my grass. So.
Are you really? Okay.
My grass is definitely getting greener over here.
I like that.
So. Just so you know, the weather is getting better, and that's how I want to see it.
And when the weather gets better, what do we do at Performer?
You know what we got going on. If you don't know what we got going on in a month from now, right?
Well, actually, this month too.
Yes.
What do we got going on this month that leads into next month?
Well, we got our casting call coming up.
There you go.
And that is so exciting.
For
for Swim Boston.
There you go.
So, I don't like giving all the juice. I give samples. If you want to taste, here you go. I'm not giving you the whole cup.
Yeah, but the problem is people thirsty. So we need the juice.
We sure do. And I'm willing. I'm very generous. And I love giving.
Well, you squeeze them oranges because we need the juice.
The lemons, I will definitely.
Okay, well, lemonade is just as good.
And it's the summer, so lemonade
almost, yeah.
For Swim Boston. Hey, we'll definitely.
That Memorial Day is early this year. It's like the earliest it can be,
right?
And that Labor Day is the latest it can be,
right?
So this summer period, the people think like Labor Day through, Memorial Day through Labor Day is actually 15 weeks, where normally it's 14. So we get like an extra week of summer this year that we don't normally have on other years. So yes, let's embrace that.
Yeah.
Let's use it to our advantage.
As long as I see the
and
thermostat.
We're going to be kicking off summer really great.
Not the thermostat. I'm definitely taking the temperature from outside. But once I see the news, like the numbers start going up 60, 70, that's when I'm definitely.
You're definitely ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When I go outside.
Let's hope it, it hasn't been consistent lately, but let's hope it keeps. It will.
I'm not going to say in April there weren't some good days.
There were a couple, but not, no. Mostly April was not that great. Mostly. Actually, you know what? Where I live and where you live are two different situations. Yeah. You're inland, so you get a little bit more warmer in the spring. Yeah. I live in the seashore by the ocean.
Yeah.
I was going to say Michael lives by the... No, whatever. But yeah, we get that cold wind coming off the water, and so we're freezing for a little while longer. So
I get it.
You get the good weather. But then again, it flips
it's
in the
New
summertime.
England. We cannot complain.
Exactly.
We can't complain.
Here we are talking about the weather again.
All the time.
So yeah, Swim Boston casting is going to be at Bogo Split.
May 30th is going to be for the casting call for Swim Boston for June 28th. So we're going to be doing a casting call online for designers, a virtual casting call for designers. We haven't gave the date out yet for that. You're gonna see that very, very soon. Please.
No, that is the date. You just gave it. May 30th is the date.
Well, that's the casting call for the models.
Yes. Oh,
and we're gonna be doing it at Bogo Split.
Right.
So
Bogo Split.
We're gonna
from 1 to 4 p.m.
Yeah, we're
in the Copley Place Mall.
So please stay tuned to that. If you haven't heard anything about it, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Stalk us if you want, but in a friendly way.
No. Don't
be
stalk
cool.
us.
Do not be a robot. Okay.
You can ask us.
Be cool. Do not.
I don't want to go home and somebody's on my front lawn. So,
please.
Well, you told us to stalk you.
Discretion, please. Please have the courtesy
I blame you
of
if
other
that
people.
happened. I blame you if that happened.
Just to our events. I love our supporters.
Yes.
I love our supporters. I love that they want to.
Actually, all supporters are good ones, right?
Yes. So it's like at the end of the day, I love people that want to be like, hey, what is this time? When is this happening? How are we going to know about it? What's going on? Ask us the questions.
Yes.
We want to know.
Look at our social media. Look at our website. Everything's out there. Watch our shows. We're talking about it all the time.
Yes, I want to talk about it. I want to tell you
and
all about
actually,
it.
let me put up the website right now.
Cool.
So people can take a look. There it is right there. Okay, and then I've got the flyer for the casting too. So if you would go to the website, it's bostonfashionawards.com/swimboston.
Yes.
As part of the Boston Fashion Awards.
Yes.
And actually, you'll see some information about this year's Boston Fashion Awards, October 12th at the Hyatt Regency. Oh, yes, and Swim Boston is going to be, again, at the Boston Harbor Distillery, since we had such a great time last time. And yes, now here is the flyer for the casting. So take a look at that. That's going to be at Bogo Split.
Yes.
Okay, May 30th.
Yes.
And so there's no excuses. And you can RSVP right on the website. There's a form to fill out. Okay, so you can RSVP there.
And if you
want to be part of the casting.
If you don't hear a lot about what's going on, we want to make sure these events behind the scenes are doing what they need to do before you come to the door. Okay, so we're making sure behind the scenes we're getting what we need, doing what we have to do, and just making sure we want as many people to be involved. Collaboration is our best friend, and we want to make sure that the people understand that. You understand that we want you to be a part of our event. Please be a part of our event. We want you there. So this is a great way to network, to get a new business partner, to shout out your name, your business, There's going to be a lot of people that are associated with what they're doing, and they're going to be showing up to this event. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of other events that night or that week. However, we do want you to make sure you come to this event, know all about it. Come show up. I want to know about your event. And if you're like, I don't care about Swim Boston, hey, share us. Maybe somebody that you know wants to come to Swim Boston.
Absolutely. Now, okay, this is fun with food, but we haven't even talked about food yet. But there's been a lot of food in our life lately, especially we talked about it last week, that photo shoot that we did at Mason's Steakhouse in Quincy.
Wow.
They put out a spread for us. I don't want to repeat what we did last week, but
I know.
That was a great spread. Maybe I'll throw up a couple pictures here. So let me go find them.
Well, you know, I'm very grateful. I definitely want to talk more about it, but we have some people in the building.
Yes, we do. So let's segue to food now.
Okay.
We recently went to the Hingham Shipyard in Hingham, Massachusetts.
Yes.
And we had a couple of food experiences down there. So we're going to show you this video right now and then come back, and we have a guest in house.
I'm really excited for everyone to see this. This is someone that you've probably know, and we also want to continue to understand, know more about their story. So please stay tuned and watch this video. This is Marlena Garcia. Welcome to the Hingham Shipyard. This location is absolutely breathtaking. What's even more impressive is the history behind it. Come with me and let's explore. During the 1930s, the property now known as the Hingham Shipyard was originally a private airfield named Bayside Airport. In 1941, right after the attack by the Japanese on Pearl Harbor, the property was quickly transitioned into a shipyard by Bethlehem Steel, which also owned the Four Rivers Shipyard only a few miles away in Quincy, Massachusetts. A simplified process was created to streamline how ships were constructed at the time. 400 shipbuilders were brought in to train a workforce that totaled 15,000 within a year. Included in this number were 2,500 women due to a lack of available men. During the 3.5 years that the yard was operational, it produced 277 ships, including a destroyer escort that was delivered in 23 days. After the shipyard shut down, the area became an industrial park. The most notable tenant during that time was the famous Building Number 19, a huge discount retailer during the 1980s and 90s. Today, the completely reconfigured property hosts many retail stores, boutiques, food markets, a state-of-the-art movie theater, and a wide variety of fine dining restaurants. I'm super excited to tell you all who I have right next to me. His name is Arthur Wahlberg, the oldest brother of the Wahlbergs. What's going on, my friend?
Nothing. Thank you very much for having me, by the way. Couldn't pick a better spot. Beautiful restaurant.
Very beautiful.
If you haven't tried it, you have to really try it. And you live north of the city.
I sure do, yeah.
So, as well as I do. And I love taking the ferry from the aquarium, and it brings you right over here and parks you literally 2 doors down from the restaurant.
Nice. And this view is amazing.
The view, the ride is very nice, and who wants to be stuck in traffic?
Now, tell me a little bit about your mother and this restaurant.
Oh, where do I begin? Mom was an incredible woman. She loved people. She loved making them smile and laugh, and just the biggest heart, and we miss her terribly. And nobody knew what the name of the restaurant was going to be when they were building it. And my mom had taken in my Uncle Arthur, her only brother, who was dying of cancer. So one day, my mother gets the phone call from Paul saying, "Mom, there's an emergency at the restaurant. You have to come down here." And my mother's like, "Well, I'm taking care of Uncle Arthur." And Paul said, "Well, bring him with you. You got to get here." So she's coming down the street right here and pulls over literally where Wahlburgers is now, just as they were putting the name on the restaurant. And she had a good cry with her brother for 10 minutes, and he got to see that in her before he passed. You know, so it's that's one of my favorite stories about the restaurant. But every time I come in here, I sit down at the end opposite Mom's picture. I don't drink. I haven't had drink in 10 years as of yesterday.
Congratulations.
And I had 3 beautiful children out of that. And my mother got to see me sober and with children. And that's another one of my favorites.
Thank you so much, Artie, for the valuable information, your stories. I'm really pleased and honored to be speaking with you, especially to know about this. I'm absolutely excited to see the other location as well. Are we ready?
We should do it. Let's go.
Paul, Mark, and Donnie Wahlberg founded Wahlburgers in 2011. Their first location was across the street from Alma Nove in the Hingham Shipyard. After a few successful years of operation, the A&E network launched the TV show Wahlburgers in 2014. The show won an Emmy Award during its 10-season run on the network. Today, Wahlburgers boasts 32 locations globally. From the iconic Fenway Park area to the Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas, you'll always find a Wahlburgers near plenty of action. We are in front of the original Wahlburgers restaurant. Thank you for all the stories, Artie. I really appreciate that. But I want to know a little bit about yourself.
So with me, I've been trying to break this acting career for a long time, but life came in the way, you know. And now I'm getting my chances and opportunities, and the name certainly helps. But I'm doing a movie in April down in Georgia called Rage Creek, and it's a Civil War piece. And I'm in 90% of the movie. I don't have 90% of the lines, you know, like Tom Hanks in Castaway, but you know. And I'm hosting a UFO series, docu-series, which we're in the process of putting the pilot together for that.
We really appreciate your hospitality, what your family has done, the legacy. It's very inspirational, Artie. Thank you. We had an amazing time here at the Hingham Shipyard. It was fantastic. You gotta make your way here. I am Marlena Garcia. Wow.
All right. Welcome, Artie.
What you think about that, though?
It got me a little teary-eyed there for a minute when you showed the picture of Mom there. That was really sweet.
By the way, people, we didn't show him this video before.
On purpose.
Yeah, because when we already wanted to make it, we knew that the story was just generations after generations. So this wasn't, as far as everyone does know, we love history. We love being able to shout out a great story. This is just not on the surface type of story or who just only Artie is. This is actually his family. This is his legacy. These are restaurants. That's why we're also putting it with fun with food. And, you know, as you can tell from the video and what we were talking about, that was just a snippet of what he gave us. But I'm serious. People have to go there and just see what's going on.
Definitely do.
Yeah, if I could eat there every night, you
would.
It would be a different story.
For sure.
But I try to tell everyone about it. I haven't tried all the food there, but I just know my brother takes pride in his presentation of the food and everything also. Yeah. And again, my mother's name's on the restaurant, so we want it to mean something. And
that's such a wonderful accomplishment. Like, I know one thing about myself, that would just be something. My mom's a cook. You know, my mom loves to, we call her Chef Pepina. That's what she likes to call herself when she's in the kitchen. So that's always been a dream. Like, I feel like one parent that loves to cook, I want a restaurant one day. So did your mom love cooking? Like, is that something, or did she just like be in the kitchen?
With 9 kids, it was a necessity.
It had to be.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah, she liked to cook. My dad liked to cook also, and he dabbled in carpentry. So Paul,
is that what you're continuing to do?
Paul became a chef, and I became a carpenter. And I'm still learning at this age, you know, different techniques and things like that. But
have a high five.
You know,
you got to continue to still learn.
But again, I've been trying to crack the acting bit for a long time. Me and my mom did musicals back in the day.
Cool.
I really enjoyed that, doing church plays and things like that. But, you know, God had a different path for me. And basically, you know, life happened. And I learned all about it and the do's and the don'ts. And, you know, I was an alcoholic for most of my life. You know, still considered an alcoholic.
We're recovering.
I haven't drank in 10 and a half years.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call yourself that anymore. Yeah, that's just a part of your life.
It's still one day at a time, but I was gifted. God gave me the beautiful gift of 3 beautiful children. And had I been continually drinking, I wouldn't be here right now. I know that for a fact. But he had a mission for me, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm a little old for it, having children at 63 and having a 7, 8, and 9-year-old. They're keeping me young.
Yeah, I was going to say they must keep you young at that age.
Young and tired. Chasing them around, playing with them.
I think all parents are pretty much tired. Really,
But I gotta tell you, you know, what you just said. I do not take lightly. Congratulations. It's a pleasure to know who you are and what you're able to continue with your legacy and what you're doing for Artie, right? Wahlberg, what you got going on, what you have in the cooking. Where you continue to chef it up about and being relevant. So let us know what's going on with you. Like you got your beautiful kids now. They're here.
And I do carpentry, but I do like to cook.
Okay.
Also
runs in the family.
They call me Chef Boyardee. Okay? So just so you know.
I love that.
But I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner one time.
Yes.
And my girlfriend at the time, her mother, wanted to help and kind of overdid it with the mustard in the gravy. So it ruined the gravy, basically.
Did you make fun of that, though?
Everything was ready. So I called up my brother Paul, who's a chef.
Right.
And I said, how can I fix this? And he said, you're going to have to make a new gravy.
You're going to have to put in mustard and gravy.
All right, so let it go. So I hung up. I opened the fridge, and I'm looking, and I saw this ingredient, and I said, let's try this.
Right.
I took it out, and boom, 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 and it was excellent. And you know
what was the ingredient?
Applesauce.
Oh, wow.
Applesauce.
Oh, yeah, why not?
And I told him
applesauce.
I can see that. Yeah. I can see applesauce.
It took away the bitterness from the mustard and everything, and it saved.
You saved Thanksgiving.
Isn't applesauce duck sauce?
No, well, actually,
that's like pineapple sauce.
Yeah, duck sauce has it has
pulp of,
but it has that texture.
Yeah, it does. It does have that texture.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you do know what you're talking
about. My children love.
She's a foodie.
I'm a foodie.
She's a foodie. Well, you haven't seen this girl eat.
Have you eaten?
Oh man, she can eat.
Hey, I wanted to eat that night.
Well, I don't know why we didn't.
We were literally on the go that day.
Yes, we were.
We wanted to talk about you, with you, laugh with you, not laugh at you, laugh with you.
I had my oldest son with me also.
You sure did. He was lovely.
Yeah.
I feel like when people have kids, it's like you said, they keep you young. So I feel like that's a better side of you, and keeping that alive is, I love children. I work with children.
And unlike most of my brothers, I still have all my hair.
Amen. Hey, look.
No digs at anybody.
Hey. Right.
I don't think you'll lose your hair, Marlena.
Where are you? I don't see you in the regular
hiding.
frame.
I'm hiding.
I don't understand why.
I'm hiding because I'm working at the same time.
Wahlburgers over there. I can't see behind the screen.
I'm eating my dinner.
I would love to go and eat.
We had a long day. We had a long day today.
I definitely wanted to eat, but we had. Okay, so from this segment that we shot with you, or we took of that night, we went to the restaurant next door.
When we saw that video, a lot of people probably will see it now, but it looks like a sunny day and a cloudy day. It was all the same day.
It was the same day.
Those clouds rolled in. All of a sudden, it got really dark.
Only Michael would only know that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but people will be like, yeah, we all shot that the same day.
We did.
Just so you know.
But we went to another restaurant there.
Yeah, what I'm saying. We went to the Beth, and,
went to the Beth.
But I'm just saying, all the B-roll, but it looked like we shot it on different days, but it's actually the same. New England weather. You know what I'm talking about.
You had your Pigpen blanket with you.
Yeah.
from Snoopy.
Yeah, I'm Charlie Brown.
The
I'm
cloud
definitely Charlie
follows
Brown.
him. Isn't that his name?
That's Pigpen. No,
Pen?
the one with the cloud. Yeah, I can't remember what the one with the cloud is, but I know what you're talking about. All right, yes, that's what happened. I just want to show that, it was the same day.
It was the same.
It was the same.
But we had so much to do, so
we did.
I will definitely.
Yeah, well, people see what was that? I don't know, like about maybe 9 minutes or something. But people see the 9 minutes, but we were there the whole day.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a whole day thing for us.
So how much editing did you actually?
Oh, that's quite a few days worth of editing.
Yeah.
I would like people to know that, if anyone was there and knew my mother, she would come over, sit down, if there was a seat available, sit down at your table, pick a French fry and whatever, and just make you feel right at home. And she loved that, I used to love it. I'd go in there. When I did eat in there years ago, and if there was a new waitress, and she would come over and ask me how everything was, and I said, "You tell the chef this is grade A dog food."
To mess with them,
and she looks at me and she says, "I can't do that." I said, "Well, then I'm not going to give you a tip." So she goes in to the kitchen,
acting skills,
and she says, "Some guy out there said this is grade A dog food." And my brother Paul goes, "That's my brother. Pay no attention to him." And she comes out. She gives me this look, and she goes,
"Wait a minute, wait now. Couldn't she just tell by the face? I mean, seriously. I mean." You do look a lot like your brothers. So
I don't.
I guess your parents. Well,
they look like me.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
I'm older.
That's right. Okay, right. I get.
I'm better looking. I'm more charming. All right. I'm funnier.
All right.
I have my mother's personality, so I got the whole package.
Hey, everybody! Literally, they know everything because of you. So I think that's definitely a legacy to continue.
Yeah, it's tough being the oldest brother. I'm the oldest brother too.
Yeah.
I know what he's talking about.
You are the oldest.
You're the guinea pig.
Well,
you're the male guinea pig.
Yeah.
Okay, they try everything out on you, and what doesn't work on you, then they'll fix for the next one.
Especially being the oldest, also you had to grow up a lot quicker.
Yes, true.
So many younger.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm pretty sure you were always there and showing up and being there for your family.
Especially when you have that many kids in the family. That's a lot of kids.
Well, I became a mechanic real quick and fixing everyone's bicycles and, putting them together at Christmas time and all that.
That's why I've been working with your hands on that.
Yeah,
love that.
Absolutely. So we did see some clips from a movie that you did a while back.
That was new.
That looked pretty funny.
That looked funny. That was
a pretty funny movie.
Funny one.
And did you end up still doing that project in April? Because April's already passed.
Well, it did pass. There's trying to find a production company, but the movie is called Rage Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And it's a Civil War piece, and I play a Boston farmer, and I have three sons, and mom had passed during delivery. It happened a lot back in that day, I guess. And
what time were you?
Civil War piece.
Okay.
Civil War time, whatever that, 1776.
No, 1860.
Well, okay. one of those times. And I enlisted in the Union Army. I end up getting captured, and they're dragging us to Andersonville, which is a famous prison down in Georgia. And through the grapevine, I found out that the Union Army took my two oldest sons, enlisted them into the army, or drafted them, whatever.
People got to see this. See this.
And they ended up getting killed, and I'm trying to escape from the prison to get home to my remaining son. And I don't want to give too much away.
No,
we got to see this for sure.
We were slated to start filming in April or in September. We can't do it in the summer months because that time period we're wearing wool.
Yeah, exactly. Too hot. You have heat stroke,
diet of dehydration, and all that.
Yeah. So you got to look the part.
Also, I'm doing a docu-series.
That sounds interesting, what you were talking about.
UFOs, and it's a really great story. The book is called Infinity Disclosed, and the original book was called Engineering Infinity. So Gene Stico, who was a CIA operative at U.S. Air Force, was telling me his James Bond stories out in Russia and all this and everything.
And I love it that you're talking about it now, because when I saw you like not too long ago, you were like, Marlena, I can't wait to tell you what do you remember?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait to see it already. Like I love when people talk about what they're so passionate about and what they got going on.
I had no idea about all these sightings that reported and all this. But anyway, he's in Russia telling me the James Bond stories. He meets a Russian opera singer. They end up getting married. Okay. Turns out her father is a Russian physicist. They live in Kazakhstan for a while and all this and everything, and they moved back to Malden, of all places. That's where Gene grew up. And they received a package a couple of months later, father's research papers on reverse engineering, all the government secrets between Chinese, German, Russian, all the secrets about actual UFOs and all this.
This is serious.
So the book was translated into English and condensed also. A month and a half after the book was out, the FBI showed up at his house. And just fishing for information, this and that. So he texted me right afterwards and he said, I guess some of the book is true. So I'm really looking forward to diving into this, because who didn't back in the day growing up imagine there was aliens and this and that, all due to television and all this, cartoons and everything and all this. And I've always imagined Star Wars, fighting those jet fighters out there. And this.
I love the thing about me is history is such an important aspect, any aspect, right? And you get to understand more as a student, right? Especially if somebody knows all this information and you want to receive all this information and you're willing to understand and, dive deeper and get to the truth. But sometimes the truth is not going to always be there. It's like a philosophical thing about it. Right. So
isn't that the tagline for X-Files? The truth is out there.
There's just so much you can do, but it's very interesting. I'm really excited.
Let me ask you a question about the series then. So it's based on the book, and is it like a limited series, or there's something
what they're going to do is they're going to try to put these theories to test. That the father had sent in his paperwork and everything, and tons of mathematicians, everyone are like, this could work. This would work.
Sounds interesting. Very interesting.
I just never knew all these places, and then I find out after I signed on for the deal. So anyway, how I got involved was through networking. Gene Stico, we met a few times.
We love networking.
And he said, you know what? I got the show, and I want to give it a Boston attitude. And would you be interested in being the host? And he went on the big spiel and everything. And I was like, absolutely. I'm not qualified information-wise, but I'll learn.
They call it knowledge development.
I always believed in this. And how could there be hieroglyphics and caves and all this? How do we get to the point where someone had to give us the knowledge? It had to be somewhere. We just weren't born with it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping, because they're releasing all this stuff now, the government and all this, that we actually get to see it. And I hope my children get to see it.
Yeah, they get to see you in a limelight, a good light. And you're going to be in the spotlight, I'm sure, again, because it's not like you were ever out of it. You were still part of the show, so you gotta make sure you're still in the show, Artie. So that's why we kind of wanted to do the video and highlight yourself, but you weren't only talking about yourself. I think that's the best part about it. You were talking about who you were, where you came from, and your family, right? Because without your family, who is Artie, right?
Well, it's a lot harder growing up, being the oldest boy of 9. And I had 2 older sisters, God rest their soul. Debbie and Michelle both passed. And so family is always important. And it's one of the opening lines for Wahlburgers, is our family. And we were raised that way. We always helped our neighbors and everything. It was that time in history.
Thy neighbor.
I lived
literally 4 houses away from my school, going to 6th grade. 1974, they started forced busing. And they shipped me halfway across the city to Roxbury, one of the Roxbury schools, and when I lived 4 houses away from my school. But I never had any problems and nothing. You know, one of my dad's best friends was African American, and he would come to the house and everything, and never had any issues. So, but it was a trying time, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm glad that I was there in the middle of that. 'Cause my world is totally different.
You learned a lot.
Than a lot of other people.
Well, you got wisdom. And experience.
I love people, and I pray with my children every night when we go to sleep. I tuck them in, and we pray every night. And it's not the regular prayers. We pray for people. And I have them praying for their classmates.
You got to teach them young.
Their families, first responders, everyone's sick and needy and all that. We pray for them. And then we throw in our personal, you know,
sprinkle.
Mommy, daddy. Mommy gets extra prayers because my children said, how come mommy gets extra prayers? And I said, because she had 3 children.
I love that.
You know, I didn't know how to explain it any other way, but you know.
For sure.
So I have to make sure I'm home by 8:30, tucking them in, because I miss it. I don't.
We'll make sure you're.
Oh, that's kind of.
You go home right away.
I do, and if I'm late, you know, I usually can hear them on the monitor if they're still talking. But if I'm late, you know, mommy's like, no, you can't, because you get them all excited. So, you know, so I try not to miss it.
Excellent.
Aww. Well, we appreciate you being in the room. It's so good to just understand what people are living like, you know, at some point, because now all about what's going good, right? It's always good to know both sides of things and understand who you are as a person, you know?
You don't want to hear what's going bad.
That's true.
Not
we really don't.
So,
how I like to say
this here and being invited to here, this makes me forget about all the, you know, the bad that's going on and this and that, and to be able to talk about my children and you know, this is, and the family, you know, it just, you have to humble yourself to.
I get that. For sure. But what I like to say, and maybe.
There's so much worse going on in the world, and I'm trying to shelter my children. And just, you know, make them. Anytime I have available, I want to spend it with them.
That's very important.
And one thing I told them at night when I'm leaving the room after we say our prayers, I turn around and I say, I love you. And my youngest, William, said, okay, poo-poo head, or something to that effect. And I was like, I started to walk out. I said, wait a minute. I walked back over to him and I said, wait a minute. Are those the last words you want me to hear from you? If I was getting up in the morning and going to work and I get in an accident and I go up to heaven and God says, what were the last words you remembered your son said to me? He said, I don't know, he called me a poo-poo head. So I want you to remember that I said, I love you. Those would be the last words you remember from me if something happens. And so the next night, I said, I love you. And right off the bat, I love you too, Dad. So now every night they say.
Look at kids.
That's very cute.
Kids are our teacher, but we also have to make them understand, because when it comes to certain things that they will understand when they're older, they'll get it, right? Conscious will hit them.
I got to tell you this one. When we first started the praying, and William joined me and Zoa, and I said, you know, you can pray anywhere, anytime, by yourself or whatever, and God will hear you. I said, in fact, right now, I'm going to go in the bathroom and I'm going to pray to God that everything comes out okay. My daughter didn't get it. And my son, William, who was 5 at the time, started busting out laughing. And he was laughing so much, it was contagious. And we were laughing. We had like 10 minutes. We were laughing our heads off. It was so funny.
That is funny.
To get that at 5 years old.
All I do know is that reputation will always change and your character will always stay the same. So when people know, like, no matter if people know something bad about you or not, they're going to say something regardless. Okay. That's what I do know. What I also love to remind myself, though, my character will always stay the same. Right. So they can say whatever they want to say. And whether they say it in front of us or behind us, they're behind us for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But when they're in front of us and they're making it known, the difference is that our character will be the ones to determine that. And some people have seen me, because I'm still a teacher. I'm still a student of this too. And when I, talk to kids and let them know, like, hey, there's going to be things that it's going to come to, some things are going to come into your life for a season, and so other things are going to come in your life for a lesson, right? It's never an L. It's never like you're a loser. It's never a failure. But once you start declaring those words, like those affirmations on yourself, like, oh, I'm a failure. And, this is where you have to have your support system, right? Your support system is very important in making sure, because you could be the healer, Artie. You can be the healer, but who's going to heal the healer? Right? Who's gonna make the table for the one that sets the table? So I think that's I'm so wise when it comes to something like that, because I know for a fact when I have family and I say that you're my family and they're not even my blood, I take that very seriously. Sis, bro, that's real terms for me. Best friend, those are real terms for me. So I do not, like, even one of my closest friends, I was like, do not call me your best friend. Like, those are real words for me. And they know that and they still sis, I'm pretty sure, bro, like, how you doing today? And that's how I know that it's a family dynamic, whether if we do have blood or not, right? You just want to make sure that the people that love you, you're around them.
I get the feeling Marlena's on her way to being a preacher someday.
I don't want to sound like
she
a
sounds
preacher.
like, you don't have to, a good preacher.
I do not want to sound like one.
Pastor,
But when it comes to you're devotionals, I want to say
it's
devotional.
All good.
Wisdom.
Yeah. She writes a daily inspirational
it's
piece.
Devotional.
Okay. Inspirational, devotional.
It's inspiring for people that receive the devotional.
Okay.
But I do give a little sprinkle of the scripture in there, so I give them an affirmation.
She posts it on her Nouveau networking platform.
Yes, I give them an affirmation and I give them a scripture, and I call it healthy change, because people want to say you need to change, and that's okay. Usually when people love you, they're gonna love you no matter what season you're in, right? The difference between that is that as someone like myself, I have to understand, how am I changing, right? So when I'm putting these affirmations, the people that are subscribed, thank you, love you. I love you so much, to the ones that are subscribed, and chiming in every day and giving some love, tapping a like on that, and just staying tuned to the channel and just seeing what I got going on, because these affirmations, these experiences, so I'll write an experience that I'm going through the day, or I have an information of what I have, and then underneath that I will do like, this is something that you have to continue to understand. Here's the affirmation, here's the scripture, how you can get yourself out of it. So essentially and I call it healthy change, because people seem to change, but they're not ready to change. And that's okay, because that's just what life is about. You change on your own terms. But I like to call it healthy change, because you're not changing because you're not healthy. It's a lifestyle, right? It's healthier. Better environments that are going to uplift you, empower you, support you, be there for you. And so for my audience, right, they know that I'm there for them.
That's great. Keep doing it.
Go up for them on that part.
So Arthur, this is supposed to be fun with food, but we get pretty serious here. Before we go, it's great that you and your family have created this empire, if you want to call it that, food empire, acting empire. It's fantastic.
And staying in Boston.
Yeah. You guys have been really, all of them have been very Boston centric. I actually read where recently your brother actually offered up his paycheck if they could film in Boston, but then the logistics didn't work out because Boston's too expensive versus filming his series in Toronto. That you guys have.
Well, you have to be more specific. I have 5 brothers.
Yeah, well, Donnie was talking about his series.
I got
that he was hoping that they could film in Boston.
I should be on that show.
Really? Why not?
I have a great storyline.
Oh, go ahead. Why don't you give us that one, and then then we'll talk about the restaurants real quickly before we go.
It ties in with
yeah, sure.
The Blue Bloods also.
Yeah.
Because they had a older brother that was killed.
Oh.
So I don't want to get into it because I might pitch this to the show.
So
okay.
you know.
It ties in the mob.
Don't spill the beans then.
It ties in the mob from New York and Boston. So
Well, hey, this is why you're still relevant. That's why you still want to be in the room. If you see this, we want Artie there. Put him in there. We want to see him there.
I've been chasing it for a long time, but like I said, life happened.
Well, I mean, you get some great projects coming up. So I really, really do want to see the UFO one.
Yeah,
I've always been fascinated by that. Absolutely. They're shopping it around now, or what are they trying to do?
Yeah, we're in the process of doing the pilot.
Okay.
We're hunting down a production company also.
Okay.
So they have 3 years slated, 12 episodes per season.
Oh, okay.
So they're ready to
30. They have enough content for 36 episodes. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, they got a lot to say. Apparently, that's a big, thick book then.
So when after all this was going on, I found out through my cousin he used to work at Area 51.
Oh wow,
military. So now it's like my world is getting
smaller. Yeah,
the dots are adding up.
Yeah, so
coming full circle, as they say.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the restaurants real quick before you go. You have Alma Nove. What is your favorite dish? What do you order most of the time when you go in there? That should be pretty easy.
Well, I'm a big fan of swordfish.
Yeah.
But my favorite, and I even sometimes get it to go, is the lobster mashed potato.
Yum. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I've heard of lobster mac and cheese, but lobster mashed... What?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, after he just said that, I may have to go back.
My mouth is watering.
I
What?
don't even know if they still do them.
Mashed potatoes.
Wow, that sounds really good. All right, and so...
Anything really, I haven't tried, like I said, everything on the menu. And,
right, yeah.
They'll have specials and things like that. So, bon appetit and enjoy.
There you go.
So,
all right, so which burger of Wahlburgers is your favorite? There's a lot of them. It's a tough one, I know.
I'm waiting for the King Arthur.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, there should be a King Arthur, and everyone was trying to figure out what is on the King Arthur.
Yeah.
And I said, well,
is this like the Krabby Patty?
It's a half a pound of beef and a lot of bull.
Got it.
And
so get out of his way.
So
okay, I like that.
My favorite actually was the turkey burger, the Thanksgiving burger, but they don't make it anymore. And it had butternut squash, stuffing, homemade cream.
Oh, that does sound interesting.
It was the best. I loved it.
Well, does he bring it back for Thanksgiving every year?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he might do that.
I don't know.
Well, Arthur, thank you so much for coming down today and watching our video. We really appreciate that.
And you really touched me here with that video.
Yeah, I'm glad we touched
Okay, now we got the review.
I greatly appreciate it. You guys do a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate that, too.
Thank you for coming in.
Well, again, thank you for doing the original segment.
By the way, next time we're down at the restaurant, doing the interview, buy me Marlena a dinner, all right?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Should be able to write that one off.
At some point, this is the thing is that
I'm singing "If I Were a Rich Man" in my head right now.
Oh, I'm right there, holding chorus for you.
The thing is that when we do stuff like this, it's so important to shout out the people around us, and knowing that you have what you have, but knowing your story, what you want to do with your acting, what you're doing in the Boston industry, as far as a carpenter, as far as an actor, as far as a philanthropist, it's very important to understand that there's not only that side of you, right? So this is why we did this, was to get the story about who you are, Artie, but your family, and not just about like what you guys do. It's not all about that. It's just about, like you said, we touched their heart, and that's the best thing about that. So thank you for being a part of that segment. Like Michael said, we even went out there and being a part of the scenery. Very beautiful. I still believe it's very beautiful still. and it's closer. It's close to Boston, right?
Yeah, it's fairly close to Boston.
Very close to Boston.
But,
So you gotta go.
like you said, if you take the ferry out of there, it's really easy. It's a great ride from Boston,
it's a beautiful
from the
ride.
aquarium. Yeah, it's a beautiful ride. It's only 20 minutes from Boston from the aquarium ride.
Right.
Yeah, very good.
Just one more thing that
Sure.
you're digging into the background of what I'm about and where I come from. I worked with my dad, Donald Wahlberg, all my life. Worked for one company where he drove delivery service, and I was his helper. And when I was old enough, I got my license. I became the driver for that company also. But he was also my union steward.
Oh.
And he instilled in me hard work. He worked 3 jobs to provide for us.
Wow.
And I'm going through that now with my carpentry. I work for myself, by myself. And, coming out of rehab, and next thing you know, you get your girl pregnant, it was life-changing that you wouldn't even imagine. And I'm glad that he instilled hard work will get you.
Yep, that's the only way you can get anywhere in life.
And that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm about, is just trying to provide for my family.
Very good. So we'll close on that note. Keep working hard, Artie. We can't wait to see you on the screen again very soon, whether it be talking about UFOs or, holding a musket. But that's both projects.
Or a microphone.
Or a microphone, that's right.
I played President Biden in a movie
I didn't know that, no.
called Spy Balloons.
Spy balloons.
Yeah.
You have to write all these down.
Yeah, we got to know what these are.
You should see the picture of me with the wig on at the hair salon. It was fun.
I can imagine. So thank you again for coming down. We appreciate all the stories. We appreciate those as well. And we're going to continue staying in touch with you. And I will get the correct picture in there. So definitely thank you for letting me know about that too.
But shout out to El Mundo Boston again for tonight. We're back at it again.
Can we show it?
Yeah, can we want to show it? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
There's your camera right there. Handsome.
Got it.
There you go.
I love one thing about Artie. He's gonna make you laugh.
Yes,
he's gonna want to make you laugh, guys.
You saw that in the B-roll of the segment where he took the menu across the screen like that.
That's literally his. I love that.
That's his persona.
This was my first day on set.
Okay, there you go.
I'm trying to give Kamala a kiss.
Wow.
Everyone said, "What's he gonna do next?"
One thing I love about parodies, they're gonna make you laugh.
Yes. All right. So we got to go. And so actually, Marlena will be back tomorrow morning for all the El Mundo audience. All right. She'll be back in the hot seat right there tomorrow morning. We got a great show tomorrow. If you love old school 80s music, you got to tune in for tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
So El Mundo Boston, La Hora del Cafe, 7 a.m. for all you early risers. All right. We'll be back here.
I'm literally going to be right back here tomorrow.
7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Less than 12
Give me
hours.
a number, I'll call you at 5.
There you
I get up for work.
Can you do that?
My carpentry.
Because I'm a bear. I hibernate.
Even on Sundays, I get up that early.
You're not hibernating tomorrow morning.
No, unfortunately.
Thank you very much.
But I'm excited to be in the room again.
We'll see you tomorrow morning, everybody. Good night for now. Bye-bye.